Hey, how much are you getting from the inheritance?
What?
I mean, your dad's inheritance. As the head of such a big company, he must have left behind a significant amount, right?
Are you serious? We're in the middle of the funeral. Don't you think it's disrespectful to talk about that right now?
Come on, he's already gone. So why would it be disrespectful? It's not like I'd have asked about it while he was alive. That'd make it seem like I was only after his money, right?
I really don't understand how you can be so casual about this. You, of all people, should know everything he did for you. So stop disrespecting him like this.
Look, he's already gone, so saying he did a lot for me doesn't mean anything now. Can't you understand that?
Just stop it, okay? I want to focus on being next to my father right now.
Why? Just tell me how much you're getting from the inheritance. I visited him at the hospital too, didn't I? I did my part in looking after him. And didn't he like me quite a lot?
Yes, he did think highly of you. But if he knew you were only interested in his inheritance, don't you think he'd be heartbroken, even up there in heaven? Imagine how much sadness he'd feel, seeing his daughter's husband only caring about his money.
I'm only asking how much the inheritance is. I held off asking this whole time, didn't I? So just tell me already.
At this time? Wait, are you telling me that's what you've been after with me this whole time?
Just tell me. There's a car I want to buy. I need to put a down payment on it before someone else gets it.
You know what? I won't be receiving anything. I'm sorry, but I'm actually just a stepchild, so my share is 0.
Wait a second. What do you mean by that?
I told you, I'm my late mother's child from her previous marriage. I have no right to an inheritance from my stepfather. Not that I was ever expecting to get anything in the first place.
You're a stepchild? Wait, hold on. Are you serious? So you're really getting nothing from him?
Yes, I never wanted it to begin with.
Are you kidding me? I want that inheritance. How am I supposed to buy that luxury car now? How am I supposed to get it?
Why don't you buy it with your own money? And stop shouting already. You're not even a family member.
What the hell are you talking about, not a family member? Do you even know why I married a boring woman like you in the first place?
What?
Your father's inheritance. And now I found out that because you're a stepchild, you're getting absolutely nothing? I married an old lady for this? What a waste. You're worthless to me now. Just get out.
Get out? This is a funeral home, you know. You don't have the right to tell me to leave.
I don't care about rights. I'm telling you to get out. If there's no inheritance for you, then you're useless to me. Since you're a stepchild and get nothing, what about your sister?
My sister is his biological daughter, so...
And that means she'll be getting something, right? She's the one I need to talk to. You, on the other hand, can just go home.
Stop it. Don't ruin this funeral. Can't you just act with some decency for once? And don't bring my sister into this. She doesn't deserve any of this chaos.
Shut up! Stop whining already. Just go home. Otherwise, I'll use force if I have to. And it won't be just you. I'll turn this entire funeral into a circus.
Please stop. There's no point in causing trouble here. There's no need to bother innocent people who have nothing to do with this, is there?
Innocent people? All your stupid relatives are involved in this. They're all responsible. You're all joking if you think I won't get that inheritance.
Fine. If I leave, will you calm down? I'll go if that's what you want. Just please calm down.
Yeah, you're the biggest annoyance here. You've ruined my life. Don't ever show your face to me again.
Are you sure you won't regret this?
Regret? No way. I only regret marrying you, that's all. One way or another, I'll get my hands on that inheritance. I didn't go through all the trouble of marrying a woman way older than me just to walk away empty-handed.
Older? I had no idea you could be this horrible. Hey, Skipper's been messaging me nonstop. It's seriously getting on my nerves. What's his deal? Did something happen that I don't know about? Already? I'm really sorry about that, Avery. He keeps talking about inheritance of all things. Isn't that disturbing? Who even brings that up at a funeral? It feels completely out of place, like he doesn't even realize where he is. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like he married me solely because he thought he'd gain access to my dad's inheritance. Looking back, there were definitely times that made me feel something was a bit off, like he was prioritizing the wrong things. But I never imagined he'd be so rotten, let alone it would come to this. So he didn't even know that you aren't your dad's biological child? He went into this whole marriage without knowing? That's right, I never brought it up. It just didn't seem relevant before, and he probably tried not to get too involved in any family talk on purpose, just so I wouldn't catch on to his intentions. And he'd been carefully waiting for this moment, I guess, counting down to this day, only for it to backfire on him when he found out I don't have the right to inherit anything. Now that he's aware there's no money coming my way, it seems he's completely losing it. Wow, that's so selfish of him. He's really just after money then, with zero consideration for anything else. Anyway, where are you right now? Did you manage to get away? He wouldn't stop yelling at me to leave the funeral hall. It got so bad that it seemed like he was ready to make a huge scene if I didn't. So for now, I've stepped outside, just to avoid him turning everything into a mess right in front of everyone. Well, if he's acting like that, it's probably a good idea to steer clear for now. He's obviously on edge and not thinking straight. It's fine. Besides, the funeral's almost over anyway, so why don't you go on home first? I'll stay here and take care of everything that needs wrapping up. Don't worry about it. But what are you going to do about Skipper? He doesn't sound like he'll leave you alone. Oh, as for him? Don't worry, I'll handle that too. I'll have a little talk with him and get him to leave. Trust me on this, all right? All right. I'm sorry to trouble you with all of this, and thank you, really. Hey, don't mention it. It's the least I can do. But still, I can't believe the situation. Your dad just passed, and now you can't even get a proper chance to say goodbye because of that man. I'm sure your dad is looking down from heaven, and when he sees what Skipper's trying to do, he won't let him get away with it. Karma's coming, one way or another. First I lose my father, and now my husband shows his true colors, turning into someone completely different. This is way more than I can handle.
Hey, what the hell is going on here? Seriously? I saw it on TV. You're the heir to Yamada Trading? What does that even mean?
You saw it, so I assume you understand. My father passed away, and I'm stepping in as the next president of the company. That's all there is to it.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Why didn't you tell me any of this?
It wasn't decided yet, so I didn't tell anyone. But my father's will named me as a successor. I'm going to honor his wishes. And considering we're getting divorced, this doesn't concern you.
Hold on a second. If you're the heir to Yamada Trading, then this changes everything. We need to cancel the divorce. I mean, wouldn't that be better for you too?
Oh, now you want to say this? You're so selfish. The only reason you married me in the first place was to get a hold of my father's inheritance. Isn't that right?
No, it wasn't like that. Look, I just lost my cool and said things I didn't mean. But come on, I would never actually think that way. I love you, all right? I swear it.
Don't insult me. If you truly loved me, you wouldn't have done what you did. Even yesterday, after I left, you went and caused trouble for my sister too, didn't you?
Trouble? I wasn't causing trouble. She's the one who said she'd share the inheritance with me.
What?
Come on, I was there for your father. I visited him in the hospital, didn't I? And I even brought him expensive gifts. I have just as much rights to some of the inheritance.
So you're telling me that my sister really said she'd split the inheritance with you?
Yeah, she did. That's why she didn't put up a fuss yesterday. Then this morning I turned on the TV and see they were talking about how the president of Yamada Trading had passed away.
And that's how you found out I'd be succeeding him, huh? Whatever the case may be, I've already made up my mind to go through with the divorce.
Don't be ridiculous. Come on, it's fine now, right? We can just start over, can't we?
If my sister's going to share the inheritance with you, then you don't have any reason to stick around. So stop coming near me.
Listen, I have a dream, all right? I want to help people who are less fortunate all around the world. I want to bring happiness to those who need it most. With a company as big as Yamada Trading, I think I could actually make that dream come true.
So, what are you trying to say?
I'm saying, let me be a part of Yamada Trading as an executive. That way, I'll be closer to making my dreams a reality. I want to bring joy around the world. I want to work towards world peace. It's my true dream.
How shameless can you be? All you really want is a handout because my father's inheritance isn't coming to you the way you'd hoped. Just yesterday, you were having a tantrum, calling me a useless old hag who wasn't good for anything.
I know, I regret that. I wasn't myself at that moment, I promise. But look, don't you think it's actually a good thing for Yamada Trading to get involved in charitable causes? It would improve the company's public image, and it might even help attract more business.
Oh, really? Don't you think my father would have already considered that? Here's a wake-up call for you. He did. My father was deeply committed to charitable work while he was alive. Yamada Trading is so well known for its charity work that it's practically part of its brand image now. He even spent his own time volunteering. You say you're serious about world peace, but you didn't even know this about my father?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, wait, no! I did know that. It's just now that your father has passed, someone else has to take over.
Why are you still trying to act like this? It's pitiful. No matter how you try to dress it up, what you did at the funeral isn't going to disappear. Every single one of my family members saw it, and none of them trust you anymore. Whatever respect you managed to earn from my father is completely gone.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying you told the entire family about what happened yesterday?
Of course I did. I don't owe you anything. Thanks to your little outburst, all the time and effort you spent trying to win over my father was completely wasted.
You arrogant piece of... How dare you talk to me like this? Just get back together with me already.
Absolutely not. No matter what you say, I've made my decision. And frankly, no one's on your side anymore.
Oh, that's not true. Your sister promised she'd split the inheritance with me, remember? She's reasonable, unlike you. It's clear she's truly her father's daughter. She's nothing like you, the illegitimate one.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
No, I'm just stating the facts. Anyway, once I get the inheritance, I'll start making plans from here. I'll get you to reconsider this divorce. I'm not giving up that easily.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
Hey, about what happened yesterday. Can I come by now to collect my share?
Huh? Are you talking about the inheritance?
Of course! You're going to give me a share, right? That's why I left quietly yesterday. I didn't expect you to keep your promise.
Of course, I'll keep my promise. You've come to see my father in the hospital after all.
Yeah, of course I did. Your dad really liked me. He probably recognized me as well. So, just give me the amount that reflects that. I'm counting on you.
The amount that reflects your contributions, huh? Sure, I can do that. So, how should I hand it over?
I'll come over now. Your relatives are still there, right? It seems like there are some bad rumors about me going around, so I need your help to clear that up. Vivian did something unnecessary, it seems.
Okay, then I'll introduce you to my relatives.
That would really help. It's good to see that we can communicate well. You're truly the daughter of the president of Yamada Trading after all. Just like I expected. It's nice to know we're on the same page.
Right? I want to ensure everything goes smoothly. It's important that everyone sees you in a good light, especially after all the misunderstandings that have happened.
Exactly. I appreciate you looking out for me. After all, we need to keep our relationship strong. This inheritance can mean a lot for both of us.
I understand. It's not just about the money. It's about our connection and how we can support each other moving forward. Let's make sure everything is handled professionally.
Definitely. I trust you to help me navigate this situation. With your support, I think we can turn things around.
Good. Let's get this sorted out. I'm glad we're working together on this.
Hey! What was that all about? You said you shared the inheritance with me, right?
I did share it, didn't I?
$15? Are you serious? That's just insulting. You gotta be kidding me. Give me more.
But you said you wanted an appropriate amount, didn't you? so that's what I gave you, an appropriate amount. Honestly, $15 is more than enough. You should be thanking me for that.
How can you even justify giving me just $15? I want a reasonable explanation for this. Otherwise...
Otherwise what? You're going to try and intimidate me? Just like you did when you backed down in front of the relatives yesterday? You only came to visit my father twice while he was in the hospital. So, that's how I calculated the transportation cost. $7 for a round trip twice. I even added a little extra just to be nice.
You're insulting me!
You're the one acting like a big shot after just 2 visits. That's what's really ridiculous.
But I had a good relationship with him long before he got sick. But wait, is there no will?
What?
There must be a will that includes my name. Even if it's not about the inheritance, I should at least get something. After all, I was trusted by your father.
Your name is not on the will. If it was, believe me, I would have let you know.
No way! You're all just hiding the fact that my name is there. You're a bunch of cowards. All of you related to Yamada Corporation. I might as well report you all.
Go ahead and do what you want. But just so you know, my father didn't like you at all.
What?
He thought you were a shallow man. He was worried about Vivian. You probably don't even know that. That's why I kept a close eye on Vivian. I didn't trust you, and I figured it was better to be safe than sorry.
No, it can't be right. He told me all sorts of things.
It's easy to pretend to get along without stepping on anyone's toes, you know. My father was a genuine businessman. The fact that your name isn't in the will is the best proof of that. If you think I'm lying, I can call a lawyer to confirm it for you.
So you're saying you're all just a family of liars?
Huh?
Exactly. You've just been playing my emotions, making me think there was something there. You guys are nothing but dirty thieves, hoarding the inheritance for yourselves. I'm going to post about this online.
Is that all you can do? If you're feeling brave, why don't you come over and confront us in person?
Huh, there's no need for that. I'll make sure you all are ruined. Just you wait.
So, you can only act tough with women, huh? How impressive. Well then, good luck with your plan to destroy us.
You bastard! You have to understand, this isn't just about money. It's about respect. I thought I meant something to your family. I thought I was trusted and valued, not just some random outsider looking for a handout.
What did you expect? You've always been on the outside looking in. You think 2 visits to the hospital make you a member of the family? It doesn't work that way.
But I was there for your father when he needed help. I stood by him. That should count for something.
You were there for him, yes, but don't you see? It wasn't just about being physically present. It was about genuine love and commitment, something you clearly lack. You're just trying to cash in on a relationship that wasn't what you thought it was.
You have no idea what I've done for him, the support I provided, the comfort I gave him during his worst days. That meant something to him, even if you can't see it.
No, all you see is the potential for profit. You can't hide that from me. It's painfully obvious. And you know what? This attitude of entitlement is why you'll never get anything from my family.
How dare you? You could just dismiss me like that? I'll make sure everyone knows what kind of family you really are.
Go ahead. No one is going to believe your lies. They know you for what you really are. A leech trying to drain the last bit of goodwill from my father's memory.
You're going to regret this, I swear. You'll pay for underestimating me.
You're really going to threaten me now? That's rich. You should learn how to deal with your own emotions instead of trying to lash out at me. You're just making yourself look pathetic.
I'm not done with this. You think you won? I'll fight back, and I'll make sure everyone knows the truth about your so-called generosity.
Good luck with that. I'll be here, living my life while you waste yours plotting revenge. You're only digging your own grave.
You haven't seen the last of me. I'll prove to everyone that you're just a bunch of frauds.
Then bring it on. I'm ready for whatever you've got. Just know that this isn't the end. This is just the beginning, and I won't back down.
Hey, please, I'm begging you, don't abandon me. I really regret everything.
This is all your fault, you know. You tried to accuse my family, and now look where that's got you. Everything's backfired on you.
Please, just call off the divorce. You know, I thought I'd be getting some inheritance, so I went ahead and bought a lot of things on my credit card.
What?
The car you know I wanted? I've actually signed the contract for it. If things keep going like this, I'm going to go bankrupt. I'll be drowning in debt. On top of that, after that scandal, they cut ties with me at the company. And all my friends are drifting away. It's all falling apart.
Well, that's a natural consequence, isn't it?
Don't say something so cold. Please, I'm not asking for the inheritance anymore, but at least don't abandon me.
So is that why you wanted the inheritance so badly? But someone like you, who only married me for my family's wealth, doesn't deserve my help. If you keep bothering me about this, I will take legal action.
Come on, you weren't always this heartless, were you? What are you pretending to be strong for? The you I know would help me out.
I need to keep it together for my father's sake. I have to be strong as a daughter and as the next president of the company.
Damn it! Please, I'm begging you, help me out. Just one more time, let's...
No way. I've lost so much by marrying someone like you. I've made a terrible mistake marrying a person as low as you.
What? You think I'm this slow? What am I supposed to do now?
How should I know? That's not my problem. Oh wait, with the $15 you got, you could spread some smiles around the world, right? And that was your dream, wasn't it?
I don't need your sarcasm right now. You think this is funny? I'm in real trouble here. You have no idea what I'm going through.
Oh, I know exactly what you're going through. You're the one who got yourself into this mess. You thought you could just ride on my family's coattails and live the high life without consequences. Well, guess what? It doesn't work that way.
Listen, I made some mistakes, but I thought we could work things out. I thought you would understand.
Understand? Understand what? That you thought it was okay to betray me and my family? You thought I'd just sit back and let you take advantage of us?
I wasn't trying to betray anyone. I made a mistake, but I'm still the same person you fell in love with.
Really? The person I fell in love with wouldn't have done what you did. They wouldn't have put me in this position. You've changed, and not for the better.
I'm begging you. Just give me a chance to prove I can change. I'll do anything. Just please don't leave me like this.
And what would that change entail? You've shown me who you really are. Why would I want to be around someone who only thinks about themselves and their own needs?
'Cause I love you. I still care about you, even if I messed up.
Love? You think love is enough to fix all this? It's not enough when you hurt me and disrespected everything we've built together.
I didn't mean to hurt you. Can't we just forget about everything and start fresh?
Start fresh? You really think that's possible? After everything you've done? After all the damage you've caused? It's not that easy, and I can't just erase the past.
Please think about it. I promise I'll make it right. Just give me one more chance.
You think I haven't thought about it? Every day I wish things could go back to how they were, but I know they can't. You've burned that bridge.
You can't be serious. Thought we had something special.
You thought wrong. It's not special when it's built on lies and manipulation. You need to face the truth about who you are.
I'm begging you. I'll do better. Just don't give up on me.
I'm done with this conversation. You need to figure out your own life. I can't keep getting dragged down by your mistakes.
No, please, I need you. You're my only hope.
Your hope? You had hope when you were using me for my family's money. You need to find a way to stand on your own 2 feet without relying on me.
I can't do it without you. I don't know how.
You need to grow up and take responsibility for your actions. This is your life now, and it's time for you to face the consequences. How did it go? Were you able to properly wrap things up? Yeah, the divorce has been finalized successfully. At first, he was yelling quite a bit, but it seems like he has lost his energy now. He was like a child resisting a shot, huh? But you did well. It's a tough time as it is. No, it's thanks to you. Besides, the one who's really suffering is you, right? As a nurse, you've been facing your father's situation all this time. What are you talking about? Unlike you, I'm holding it together. This isn't going to get to me. Avery, you don't have to worry about me. You managed to handle everything yourself this time, right? So you should prioritize yourself a little too. Our father told me that Vivian doesn't have good judgment about people, so I should keep an eye on you. What? Our father saw right through that man from the very beginning. That's why I couldn't just leave you to deal with it alone. Really? If that was the case, you should have told me. Who could say the man you married is a jerk? But now that it's all settled, it turned out okay in the end. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about me. You can cry if you want. What are you saying? I'm not going to cry in front of you, the scaredy cat. After my divorce was finalized, Skippy left town. This marked the beginning of a tumultuous chapter in his life, where everything he once knew began to unravel. He quickly found himself trapped in what could only be described as debt hell. The term seems fitting, conjuring images of a deep, dark pit from which escape feels impossible. It wasn't merely financial distress that he faced. The consequences of his actions led to the loss of many friendships in a scandal that erupted. Those who once stood by his side seemed to vanish overnight, leaving him isolated and vulnerable. The emotional fallout from losing friends can be just as damaging as any financial setback. Friends are often seen as a support system, a safety net that cushions life's harsh blows. For Skippy, the absence of the safety net must have been incredibly painful. It seems that he found himself in a situation where, when he needed help the most, not a single person reached out to offer support. The emptiness of that realization must have been profound, forcing him to confront a painful truth. He had believed he had a strong social network, yet when faced with adversity, he was alone. Moreover, it became apparent that Skippy felt entirely cut off from his family. In times of crises, many people turn to their families for love and support. However, for him, that option was non-existent. He couldn't even return to his parents' home for comfort or refuge, which must have felt like a devastating betrayal of the familial bonds he once took for granted. Instead of a warm embrace or understanding conversation, he faced a stark and lonely reality. The concept of home, which should represent safety and security, transformed into a painful reminder of his failures. Eventually, he found himself living a life without a home. The transition from having a stable living situation to being homeless is jarring and deeply traumatic. This change signifies more than just a loss of physical space. It reflects a profound loss of identity and stability. Living without a home signifies being adrift, lacking the anchors that usually provide direction and purpose. For someone like Skippy, who once believed himself to be well-liked and respected, the experience of homelessness must have shattered his self-image. Throughout his life, Skippy always harbored a belief in his personal charm and likability. He likely thought that his charisma could carry him through any rough patch, enabling him to maintain relationships even in the face of adversity. However, this harsh reality must have forced him to confront a different truth. When the going got tough, no one came to his aid. The absence of support must have been a bitter pill to swallow. It likely stung deeply to recognize that no one was there for him in his time of need. Such realizations can be incredibly humbling, leading one to reflect on the depth and authenticity of their relationships. In moments of crises, it becomes crucial to examine how connections are built. Skippy might have been left questioning how many of those relationships were genuine and how many were merely superficial. Such reflections are often painful and can lead to a reevaluation of one's self-worth and the impact of their actions on others. The absence of support during his darkest moments undoubtedly forced him to confront the fragility of his social ties. Meanwhile, I find myself grappling with the fact that I, too, was once deceived by a man like Skippy. I invested considerable hope and faith in him, believing wholeheartedly in his dreams and aspirations. I supported him, thinking he would rise above his challenges and become a better person. To realize that I had been misled by his charm is a difficult realization. It stings to think that I allowed myself to be swept up in his narrative, trusting in his promises only to discover they were empty. The shame of being deceived by someone who ultimately proved to be unreliable weighs heavily on me. It's disheartening to confront the fact that I, too, can be vulnerable to the allure of charm and charisma. I had invested my emotions and trust in someone who was not deserving of it, and that realization is a bitter pill to swallow. This embarrassment makes me reflect on my choices and question my judgment. As I navigate my current role as the next president of Yamada Corporation, I am faced with my own set of challenges. My days are filled with meetings, decisions, and responsibilities that seem to come from every direction. The pressures associated with this position are immense, and there are moments when I feel as though they threaten to crush me under their weight. Balancing the needs of the company, employees, and stakeholders can be overwhelming. The expectations placed upon me are significant, and I often wonder if I am truly up to the task. Leading a company is no small feat, and I am constantly aware of the eyes that are on me, waiting to see how I will handle the responsibilities entrusted to me. There are days when self-doubt creeps in, and I question whether I have the skills and capabilities to lead effectively. However, I remind myself that growth often comes from discomfort, and it is through overcoming these challenges that I will grow stronger. Fortunately, I have a wonderful ally in Avery. Her support has been invaluable, and I often find myself relying on her in ways I hadn't anticipated. Despite her demanding job as a nurse, which undoubtedly comes with its own set of challenges, she always makes time for me. It amazes me how she balances her own responsibilities while still being there to lift me up when I need it most. Avery's dedication to her work and to our friendship is truly commendable. Avery affectionately refers to me as Scaredy Cat Vivian, a nickname that has become a source of comfort in moments of anxiety. It's a lighthearted reminder that I don't have to take life too seriously, even when the pressures mount. In her own unique way, she brings humor and warmth into my life, helping to lighten the load I carry. There's something refreshing about her ability to see the lighter side of things, and it often helps me gain perspective during challenging times. There are certainly times when I feel that her protective nature can be a bit overwhelming. I sometimes wonder if she might be overstepping, given that I am trying to carve out my own identity as a strong leader. However, even in those moments of doubt, I recognize the genuine care behind her actions. It is reassuring to know that I have someone who genuinely cares about my well-being. Avery's unwavering belief in me serves as a foundation of strength that I can lean on. I know that her support comes from a place of love and friendship, and that makes all the difference in my ability to navigate the challenges I face. Navigating the complexities of leadership while processing the fallout from my past relationship with Skippy is no easy feat. Each day presents its own challenges, but I find strength in the knowledge that I have Avery by my side. It's a comforting thought, knowing that no matter how tumultuous my personal life may be, I have a solid foundation of support to rely on as I forge ahead in my professional endeavors. As I reflect on everything that has transpired, I find myself thinking about the lessons I've learned from my experiences with Skippy and the strength I've gained from my current position. Life has a way of throwing curveballs at us, forcing us to adapt and grow. The pain of betrayal and the burden of leadership have both shaped me into a more resilient individual. I am learning to navigate my emotions, to stand tall in the face of adversity, and to embrace the support of those around me. Ultimately, I have come to understand that while Skippy's departure and the chaos of my past may have left scars, they do not define me. Instead, they serve as reminders of my strength and resilience. I have the power to shape my future, and with Avery's support, I am more than capable of rising to the challenges ahead. The journey may be fraught with difficulties, but it is also filled with opportunities for growth, connection, and self-discovery. As I look forward to the future, I do so with a renewed sense of purpose and determination. I will not let the shadows of my past overshadow the potential that lies ahead. I am committed to making the most of my role at Yamada Corporation and to nurturing the relationships that truly matter. With each passing day, I am learning to appreciate the beauty of resilience and the strength found in genuine connections. In the face of adversity, I will continue to stand strong, fueled by the unwavering support of those who believe in me, including my dear friend Avery. Looking ahead, I realize that I must continue to cultivate a positive environment at work, one where collaboration and support thrive. I want to foster relationships based on mutual respect and trust, rather than the superficiality that I encountered in my previous relationship. The lessons learned from my experience with Skippy serve as a guide for me as I build a healthier and more supportive workplace culture. Additionally, I have started to engage more with my colleagues, seeking their insights and fostering open communication. I recognize that leadership is not just about making decisions, it's also about listening and valuing the contributions of others. By creating an inclusive atmosphere where everyone feels heard, I hope to inspire my team and promote a sense of unity. Each small step taken towards building those connections helps reinforce my commitment to fostering a positive work environment.
Brad, have you prepared everything for the move?
What? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean, what? You need to get ready for the move before your university entrance ceremony. You've rented that apartment near the university, right? It's a nice place and we've already paid for it. You need to finish packing and get everything ready to go. I can't do it for you, Brad. It's your responsibility now. So if you haven't already, start making those cardboard boxes up and throwing all the things you need into them to take.
Ugh, seriously? What makes you think you can lecture me like that? Got no right to talk to me like that.
Brad, what is going on with you? You've been acting so distant lately. Well, I can still help out if you need it. I don't mind lending a hand with the move, you know. I'm happy to do it for you.
No, just leave me alone. I don't need your help.
What do you mean, leave you alone? I'm your mom. You're about to go to university. This is a big moment for you. Why wouldn't I help?
I told you already. Don't come near the new house. Stay out of my life.
Wait, what? Why would you say that? I'm just trying to help, Brad. I want to make this transition as easy as possible for you.
I said don't come. It's my house now. You're not allowed to be involved. Just stay away.
Wow, didn't expect you to say that. I know you're going through a lot, but to hear you talk like that is really hurtful. Are you sure you don't want me to help in any way?
You're acting like I'm some kind of burden. Seriously, being ridiculous.
I'm not saying that at all, Brad, but it seems like there's something deeper bothering you. I can't help if you don't open up to me. What is going on? Why do you keep pushing me away like this?
Can't you get it? I'm a student at the best medical school in the country. The hardest one to get into. Do you even understand how difficult that is? Did it on my own with no special treatment. I made it in. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to achieve something big, something you could never understand.
I understand. I know how hard it is to get into a school like that, and I am proud of you, Brad. You've worked so hard. I just want you to know that I'm here for you no matter what.
Yeah, you should be proud of me. Going to be an elite doctor, the kind of person who's going places. You have no idea what it's like to be someone who's successful. I've worked my whole life for this, and it's finally happening.
Well, that's wonderful, Brad. I'm really happy for you. You deserve it, but still, why are you acting like this towards me?
And look at you. You're nothing. You're just a high school dropout who hasn't achieved anything. You don't even have a real education. I don't even know why you're still in my life. You're nothing but a burden.
Wait, what? What are you saying, Brad? I've been there for you since you were a child. I may not have had the same opportunities as you, but I've always done my best to help you and give you everything I could. How could you say that?
It's the truth. You're a failure, and I can't even believe that I'm related to you. Frankly, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that you've been part of my life.
This isn't fair. You think I've been a failure? Just because I didn't go to university doesn't mean I'm worthless. I worked hard every day to support you. I've given everything I could to raise you, and now you're turning your back on me?
Maybe I wouldn't mind if it was just the way that it was. But no, you're not just a mother figure. You're a fake. You weren't even my real mother. Dad and I decided that once I got into university, we'd tell you. We figured you'd accept the truth, but this whole thing, this is way worse than I thought.
I know that I'm not your biological mother, Brad, but that doesn't mean I didn't love you like my own. From the moment I met you, I took care of you, I raised you. I've been there every step of the way. How can you say that to me now? After everything?
Yeah, I accepted it. I finally realized that you're not even my real mom. I'm Dad's kid, but I'm not your kid, and I'll never be your kid. That's the truth, and I'm telling you now.
No, Brad, I raised you. I took care of you when you couldn't even walk. I gave up so much for you. I never expected to hear you say this.
Well, maybe you were good for that when I was little, but now that I'm older, I don't need you anymore. I'm going to live my life with Dad, and we'll be just fine. We'll be just the two of us. You're just a high school dropout. You're not part of this family anymore. Don't even think about coming to my entrance ceremony. I don't want you there. You don't belong there.
What? No, Brad, please don't say that. I've been waiting for this moment. I've been looking forward to seeing you walk into that ceremony, to see you dressed up, to see you finally achieve something great. How can you take this away from me?
What are you, stupid? You really don't get it, do you? The entrance ceremony is going to be full of elite people. Doctors, lawyers, rich families. What do you think will happen if they find out that my mom is a high school dropout? How am I supposed to show my face? It's embarrassing. It'll ruin everything.
Brad, that's too much. I've supported you your whole life. I've been there for you through thick and thin, and now you're treating me like this?
What do you want me to say? You're just some nobody who raised me. I'm going to be surrounded by elites. You really think I want them to know about you? No, I don't need you at that ceremony. Don't even think about coming. If you show up, I'll make sure you regret it.
I don't deserve this. I've done everything I could. I raised you as my own, and this is how you repay me?
Stop acting like I owe you something. You're a nobody. You don't even belong in this world. You've never been on my level. Now that I don't need you anymore, you're out of my life. You're disposable. It's as simple as that. Stay away from me. Stay away from my life. Got it?
Rebecca, I'll be back from work soon. Is there anything you need? I can stop by the store on my way back.
Well, not really. There's nothing specific I need today.
How about Brad? Is he getting everything ready for the move? I'm sure he's got a lot to do.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. I guess he's sort of ready. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm sure he's got it covered.
But, after everything that's happened, really feels like we're finally becoming a family. I know it might sound strange, but it feels different now, in a good way.
Family? What do you mean family? What's going on?
Well, I was finally able to tell him everything I've been hiding from him for so long. I was really worried about how he'd react, but thankfully, he took it really well. He accepted everything without a problem, which was a huge relief for me.
Oh, I see. So you finally told him what you've been holding back for all this time? That's great.
Yes, exactly. And Brad, he really understood, which was a huge weight off my shoulders. We've been through a lot, but now it feels like we can move forward.
So do you think now's the right time to tell him about the other thing? The one thing we've been avoiding?
What do you mean? Oh, you mean that thing. Well, I don't really think we need to talk about it right now. It doesn't seem that important. Brad doesn't need to know about it. It's not going to change anything.
But don't you think it would be good for him to know? We are family now, aren't we? Don't we need to be open and honest with each other, especially when it comes to important things? I think he deserves to know, don't you?
Look, it's not that I don't agree with you. It's just, sometimes some things are better left unsaid, don't you think? I just don't want it to add any more unnecessary stress, especially after everything we've already been through.
I understand where you're coming from, but I feel like we need to trust each other completely. We're supposed to be a team, right? We've always supported each other, and I think it's time we trust Brad with everything, even the things that might be hard to hear.
You're right, we are family. And you've been here for me through everything. Even though you've had your own struggles, you've worked so hard to make sure everything's okay for both of us. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
It hasn't been easy, but having you here has made all the difference. I feel so much better knowing we're in this together.
And you know what? Even with everything that's happened, I'm just happy we're finally starting to build something together. It feels like we're finally on the right path.
I'm really glad you feel that way, because I've been thinking about something too. I've been considering going with you to Brad's entrance ceremony. I know it's important to him, and I don't want to miss it. I want to be there to support him, but there's only one thing that's been on my mind lately.
What do you mean? Is something wrong? Did something come up?
No, it's not that. It's just Brad told me that he didn't want me to come to the ceremony.
Wait, what? Why? Is it because we're not related by blood?
Well, yeah, that's part of it. but I think it's also because of his feelings about my education. You know how he feels about that kind of thing.
I can't believe he would say that. That is really unfair. I'm going to have a serious talk with him. He doesn't understand how important this is.
No, don't. It's not like that. I don't want you to get involved. I just need you to understand what I'm feeling. It's been hard, but I don't want this to come between us. I just need some time to figure things out. I know this is important to Brad, but I don't think it's the right time for me to go. I just don't want to make things harder than they already are.
But you've always been there for me, and I'm not going to let anything come between us, especially not now.
I know, and I'm so grateful for that. It's just sometimes I feel like I'm not really a part of this family, you know? Like I don't fit in because of all the things that have happened.
I understand, but we're in this together now, no matter what. You're part of this family. We'll get through this, okay?
I hope so. I really do. Brad, regarding the entrance ceremony, do you still think I shouldn't go? I really want to see your big day.
I told you, no way. My entrance ceremony is a sacred event, okay? It's not a place for someone like you, who barely finished middle school, to step foot into.
When you were still little, Frank and I got married. You are my child. We've been together since you were young. Please, don't say I'm just a stranger to you.
Don't joke around. Are you trying to leech off me like this?
Leech? What do you mean by that?
You're planning on taking my earnings from being a doctor and living a comfortable life, right? You really think I'll let you do that?
Why do you hate me so much? Is it because we're not blood related? Because I didn't tell you sooner?
No, it's not just that. I hate you and your useless family.
Useless? Are you talking about me being a middle school dropout?
Of course. This world runs because of the elites. You lower class people are only living off of the success of the elites.
Don't talk like that. I've been doing my best in my own way, too.
No matter how hard a lower class person tries, they can never reach an elite. The one who raised me and took care of everything was my father.
But I worked, too. I earned money.
That's just pocket change. It doesn't matter whether it's there or not. And you should divorce Frank. Get out of my family.
Wait just a minute. I'll admit, I can understand that you hate me. I get that you don't want me at the entrance ceremony. But why do I have to divorce Frank? Why are you demanding that?
It's because of you. You've been living off his money for so long, and now you want more. And I've decided that I'm going to marry the daughter of a CEO or from an elite family. If they find out my mother is a middle school dropout, the engagement might be off. That's why I'm telling you to divorce him.
Fine. I have put up with so much for your sake. I thought I could do anything for you. But I can't take it anymore. I won't put up with this anymore.
So it's settled. You're not coming to the entrance ceremony, right?
Yes.
Good. That's fine with me.
I don't care what happens from here on out.
So, the entrance ceremony is starting now. You didn't just show up at the school on your own, right?
I haven't done anything like that. I'm at home right now. Do you want me to send you a photo for proof?
Really? I don't need that. I'll be coming home once in a while, so when I do, you better serve me properly. Keep my room clean too. I'll let the divorce slide, but you should at least do that much for me.
Well, I'll do what I can, I guess.
Fine, I'll send you a picture of the ceremony. I'll show you what an elite entrance ceremony looks like.
I don't need any of that.
Oh, is that so? Well, whatever. Take care. Hey, what the hell is going on here?
What? What's wrong now?
I couldn't attend the entrance ceremony. I went to the office and asked them what happened, and they told me that my admission was canceled.
Oh, I see. Well, that's unfortunate.
Don't pretend you don't know what's going on. They said it was because the entrance fee wasn't paid. I bet you're the one behind this. You've always been the one handling all the family finances. What are you going to do about this?
Well, yes, I didn't pay the fee, but why are you getting so upset over this?
Of course I'm upset. The money that was supposed to be used for my entrance fee came from Dad's hard work. And you didn't use it for that, did you? You probably took it and used it for your own purposes. Don't think I don't know.
I think you're misunderstanding the situation here.
What are you talking about? What's the misunderstanding?
The truth is, I'm the one who earned the money for your entrance fee.
What? What are you saying? That entrance fee was $20,000. There's no way you, a high school dropout, could have earned that much money.
Yes, I'm a high school dropout, but I've been working since I was very young and have had a lot of experiences. I taught myself Chinese, and now I can speak it fluently. I've used that skill, along with my work experience, to become the top sales performer at my company. I earn more money than a lot of university graduates.
Wait, really? I never knew any of this.
We had an agreement with Frank that we wouldn't discuss work-related matters at home. That's why I never mentioned anything about my job to you before.
But still, Dad earns money too. He went to a prestigious university. There's no reason for you to pay for my entrance fee. You should have asked him, not spent your own money.
Well, the thing is, Frank's company has been struggling for years. He's had his salary reduced year after year, and because of that, it was impossible for him to pay for your entrance fee.
You've got to be kidding me. That doesn't make sense. Dad graduated from a famous university. He's an elite. There's no way you're telling the truth. You're lying.
I'm not lying. I really wish I were, but this is the truth. Things have been difficult for a long time now.
Enough with the lies. I'm going to tell Dad everything. He's been waiting for today's entrance ceremony, and you've ruined it. After this, you're going to be kicked out of the house. You better start packing your things because you're not going to have a place here anymore.
I don't think that's going to happen, though.
What do you mean? Don't you see how serious this is? You've ruined everything, and now I'm going to have to deal with it. Don't you dare come near me again.
I don't think you fully understand the situation here. I don't think Frank will get so upset. It's not like it's the end of the world. I think you're overreacting.
Overreacting? Are you kidding me right now? Do you realize the mess you've caused? How do you expect me to just accept this?
I'm not asking you to accept it. I'm just saying that we're doing the best we can under the circumstances. I never wanted to ruin anything for you, and I've been doing my best. But things didn't work out the way we planned. That's just the reality of it.
But this is a big deal. You've ruined my chances of going to college. Do you even understand what that means? This is something I've worked hard for, and you've taken that away from me. Dad, my enrollment got canceled.
I see.
Do you understand why? They said the tuition fee wasn't paid. Mom took the money that was supposed to be for my tuition and used it for herself. This is the worst. You can't just let this slide, can you? How can you forgive her for something like this?
But that money was your mother's.
Huh? Is that really true?
It's true. When you told me that you were going to become a doctor and go to medical school, I was already struggling with money. It was hard to admit, but I thought about it seriously. I almost told you to give up on medical school. I thought it was impossible, but at that time, your mother said she would take care of it herself. She said she would handle everything with her own earnings, and she would make sure all your living expenses after entering school were covered. She told me that she would fully support you. She offered to help with everything, and I reluctantly agreed to let her take the lead in supporting you.
But in the end, she didn't pay the tuition. I'm sure this was her plan all along. She made me study, got me into school, and then pulled this cruel trick not paying the tuition just to mess with me. She's been manipulating me the whole time.
Why would Rebecca do something like that?
She couldn't accept it. The thought that I, who was just a high school graduate, would become an elite doctor. She couldn't bear the idea that I'd succeed. She's just a high school dropout herself, and she couldn't stand the idea of me becoming more successful than her.
That's not it. You've misunderstood.
How can you say that?
Your mother never wanted to hinder you. She went through a hard time herself. You know that her father's business failed, and because of that, she couldn't go to high school. She never wanted that kind of hardship for you. That's why, when you said you wanted to go to university, she said she would support you fully. She said she would take care of the tuition and the cram school fees. She paid $700 a month for the tutoring, and she even covered $2,000 for the summer course. She made those sacrifices to ensure that you had the best chance of succeeding. How could she be trying to sabotage you when she was making all these efforts for you?
But it still happened.
That's because you pushed Rebecca away. You called her a high school dropout and treated her like she wasn't even part of this family. You disrespected her so much. That's why she didn't pay the tuition. It's not that she didn't want to, it's because you shut her out.
Dad knew about this?
Of course I knew. I'm not blind, you know. I know everything, and you also insulted her by calling her a parasite. Do you really think I could stand by and let you treat your own mother like that? I've had enough of your disrespect and arrogance. I told you not to show your face in front of your mother, but I've had it. I don't want to see you anymore. In fact, I don't want you coming back to this house again either.
But you don't understand. You're not listening to me. You don't know what it's like to be in my shoes. You don't know how hard I worked for this. Mom just took everything from me without any regard for what I wanted. I studied so hard. I passed the exams, and all I wanted was to succeed. Now I'm just thrown away because of this. She took everything away, and now there's nothing left for me.
You think I don't understand? You think I don't know what it's like to struggle? You think I don't know what it's like to sacrifice everything for your future? I worked hard too, you know. And Rebecca, your mother, didn't just take things from you. She gave you everything she had to make sure you had the best chance possible. She went through all of this to support you because she wanted you to succeed. But you were too proud to see that. You turned your back on her, and now you're blaming her for everything that's gone wrong.
That's not what's going on here. It's not the same. You don't understand what I went through. You think it's all just about money in school, but it's about more than that. I put in the effort. I was dedicated. Now everything is ruined because of her.
It's not ruined because of her. It's ruined because of you. You pushed her away. You disrespected her, and now you're blaming her for your own failure. You really think that's fair?
I don't care anymore. I don't need your advice. I don't need anyone's help. I'm done with all of you. You've all ruined my future, and there's nothing I can do about it anymore.
You've made your choice, and I've made mine. If you really want to throw everything away, then that's on you. But just know this, I'm done with you. You're not welcome here anymore.
Damn it, I've lost contact with Dad.
Frank was really angry, so it can't be helped.
I can't believe you were paying for things like the entrance fees and everything else.
I didn't actually pay the entrance fees. In the end, it wasn't me.
So that was your plan all along, huh?
It wasn't a plan. You said I was just a stranger to you. It's strange to pay the entrance fees for a stranger, don't you think?
So, what are you going to do now? Dad said he doesn't want you coming back to the family home.
Yeah, we discussed this, and we decided to cut ties with you. Of course I'm not going back to the family home. And don't contact me anymore. Even if you do, we'll just ignore you.
So, you're serious about this, huh?
Yes, I am. Isn't this what you wanted?
I didn't want to be cut off from Dad.
But Frank decided he couldn't accept you after you rejected me.
Yeah, looks like it. In the end, Dad chose you instead of me. So what? I don't have a family anymore. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, that's about all there is to it.
From now on, I'll make it on my own as an elite. Don't come crying to me later.
Oh, right. Your entrance to the university was canceled, wasn't it?
It's fine. I'll just take the entrance exam again next year. And this time, I'll pass. I've already passed once, so it's easy. A 1-year delay? People like me, elites, can easily make up for that.
Is that so? Quite the confident statement.
You all better not get involved with me from now on. I'll climb up on my own.
Of course. I promise we won't interfere with you.
Well, see ya.
But there's one thing I want to ask you.
What is it?
Just because you passed this time doesn't mean you'll pass the same university again, right? The same problems won't come up?
Of course. The difficulty is the same, so if I keep studying, I'll pass again next year.
I see, but that sounds tough, huh? Continuing to study for a whole year?
It's not tough at all. I've been doing it all along, you know. What have you been watching?
But it's different from before, isn't it? Now you'll have to pay for your living expenses. You'll have to earn that, do the housework properly, and study, right? I think that's going to be really tough, especially since you've always relied on me until now.
Living expenses? What do you mean by that?
Well, I already paid for the initial cost of the rent, so you don't have to worry about that. But from now on, you'll have to pay for your own rent and utilities.
I have to?
Yes, you'll need to work part-time, manage your living, and still study. Oh, and don't forget about the $20,000 entrance fee. Seems like it's going to be hard for someone with only a middle school education to earn that. Do you think someone like you with just a high school diploma can save that much money in 1 year?
Well, just for 1 year, I was thinking maybe you could help me out.
Are you asking for help when we're not even family anymore? How strange.
No, but we're family, right?
When it's convenient for you, you want to consider me family? Stop that. Family isn't something you can just treat so lightly.
Well, I'm going to become a doctor, and I'll repay my mom for everything.
Mom? You mean the person who abandoned you? I'm not your mother. I'm Frank's wife, not your mother, and I don't think you're suited to be a doctor either.
What do you mean?
Because I wouldn't want to entrust my life to someone who judges people based on their titles like elite or middle school graduate. I want a doctor who treats everyone equally, no matter who they are. That's why I don't want you to become a doctor.
How was Brad?
He seemed really down. Looks like he finally realized how tough things are going to get from here on out.
I'm sorry. You've sacrificed so much for him up until now.
It's fine. I did it for the family. I have no regrets. I don't even regret the decision to separate from Brad because I have you now.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Now that we've saved the $20,000 for the entrance fee, how about we take a trip abroad soon?
Yeah, let's do that.
After Brad had his university entrance canceled, he decided to begin living on his own. The decision to live independently was a significant turning point in his life, one that marked the beginning of a new chapter, but also a difficult and overwhelming one. Until that point, Brad had always relied on the support of his parents, never truly understanding what it meant to live independently. The idea of moving out and taking care of everything on his own seemed like an exciting opportunity to grow and become more responsible. But the reality of the situation turned out to be much more challenging than he had anticipated. Initially, Brad felt a sense of freedom when he moved out. No more rules from his parents, no more restrictions on what he could or couldn't do. He felt like an adult who could finally take charge of his own life. However, as time went on, the challenges of living alone began to weigh on him. The first thing that hit him was the overwhelming responsibility of managing all his expenses. Living at home, he had never had to worry about rent, utility bills, or grocery shopping. Now he found himself facing these everyday tasks head-on. The pressure was overwhelming, and he quickly realized that he was not as prepared as he thought he was. Brad tried to manage his finances as best he could. To make ends meet, he got a part-time job. The job helped him cover some of the basics, such as food and transportation, but it was far from enough. Rent was a constant worry, and every month he had to scramble to figure out how to pay for it. The job was physically exhausting and took up a lot of time, leaving him little energy to focus on his studies. Despite his best efforts, he couldn't keep up with everything. At first, Brad thought he could handle the burden of living on his own. He believed that the part-time job would be enough to cover his costs, and he convinced himself that he could manage his schoolwork and household chores at the same time. But as the days turned into weeks, the reality of his situation began to sink in. The financial strain was beginning to take its toll. The rent and bills were stacking up, and despite his best efforts, he couldn't keep up with the expenses. Desperate to make ends meet, Brad took out a loan. The loan allowed him to pay his rent and buy some essentials, but it also brought him further into debt. The cycle of borrowing money to pay for basic living expenses continued. Every month, Brad would borrow more money, only to find himself even deeper in debt. This situation was not sustainable, and he knew it. However, he felt trapped. He had no other option but to keep borrowing and hope that things would eventually improve. Unfortunately, they did not. As the months went by, Brad's financial situation became increasingly dire. Unable to afford his rent, he moved into a cheaper apartment. The new apartment was far from ideal. It was small, cramped, and in poor condition. The plumbing was faulty, the heating barely worked, but it was all he could afford. Despite the lower rent, Brad's financial situation did not improve. In fact, it seemed to get worse. The bills kept piling up, and he struggled to keep up with the basic costs of living. The stress of trying to balance work, school, and household chores began to take a toll on Brad's mental health. He was exhausted from juggling so many responsibilities. His job was taking up more time than he had anticipated, leaving him a little time to study for his classes. His academic performance began to suffer, and he found himself falling behind. The dream of completing his degree seemed further and further out of reach. The situation worsened when Brad realized that he simply couldn't continue working and studying at the same time. The stress was too much to handle, and he had no energy left to focus on his studies. And the constant pressure to keep up with his job and his financial obligations was overwhelming. Eventually, Brad made the difficult decision to quit his part-time job. Without the job, he no longer had any source of income. The rent continued to be due, and his debts were mounting. He found himself trapped in a cycle of borrowing money, paying bills, and borrowing more money just to stay afloat. It seemed like there was no way out. Despite his best efforts, Brad's situation continued to deteriorate. Without a job, he had no way to pay for his rent or other expenses. His debt continued to grow, and he was living in constant fear of the debt collectors who would soon be coming after him. He had never experienced anything like this before. He had always relied on the support of his parents and never had to worry about money. But now he was facing the harsh reality of living alone, and it was a reality he was not prepared for. Brad's financial situation became increasingly desperate. He continued to borrow money just to cover the basics. The stress of living with constant debt began to take a serious toll on his health. He was unable to sleep, constantly worrying about how he was going to pay for the next bill. The once exciting idea of living independently had turned into a nightmare. Brad had never fully understood the responsibility that came with independence, and now he was learning the hard way. Meanwhile, on the other side, our lives were moving forward. After Brad's situation started to unravel, we decided to move into a new home together. It was a fresh start for us, a chance to build a new life without the stress and pressure that had weighed us down in the past. It was also the first time we would be living together as a couple, and it felt like a new beginning. We were both excited about the possibilities and the future that awaited us. Moving in together was not without its challenges. It was a big change, and there was a lot to adjust to. We had to figure out how to split the responsibilities, how to manage the household finances, and how to make the most of our new space. But despite the challenges, we felt like we were on the right path. For the first time in a long time, we felt in control of our lives. Living together was also a chance for us to focus on building a future. We no longer had to worry about the stress of living apart or dealing with the complications of our previous living situations. Our new home was a place where we could grow together and create a life full of possibilities. The future was bright, and we were excited to see where it would take us. In contrast, Brad was still struggling. I couldn't help but think about him often. He was stuck in a vicious cycle of debt and despair, and it seemed like there was no way out. The choices he had made had led him down this difficult path, and now he had to face the consequences. It was hard not to feel sorry for him, but at the same time, I knew that it wasn't our responsibility to fix his life. He had to take ownership of his situation and figure out how to move forward on his own. We had made the decision to leave the past behind and focus on our future. Brad, however, was still stuck in the past, struggling to break free from the consequences of his own actions. We had both made choices, and now we were dealing with the results of those choices. While I felt sympathy for Brad, I knew that I couldn't go back and change the decisions that had been made. We had to move forward, and I had to let him find his own way. As we settled into our new life, I couldn't help but reflect on how far we'd come. We had made it through the difficult times, and now we were building a life together. I was proud of the steps we had taken and felt confident that we were on the right track. Brad, on the other hand, had to find his own way. His journey was his own, and I knew that he would have to face the consequences of his actions just as we had faced the consequences of ours. Our lives were moving in different directions. We were building a future together while Brad was still trying to find his footing. It was difficult to watch, but at the same time, I knew that we had made the right decisions to focus on our own future. We had worked hard to get where we were, and we were determined to make the most of our new beginning. Brad, however, had to figure out how to rebuild his life from the ground up. It wasn't easy, but it was something he had to do on his own. As we continued to settle into our new home, I couldn't help but feel a sense of peace. We were starting fresh with no more worries about the past. Our future was in our hands, and we were ready to take on whatever challenges lay ahead. Brad, however, would have to find his own way. His future was uncertain, but one thing was clear. He would have to learn the hard way that independence came with responsibilities, and he would have to face those responsibilities head on. As time passed, we found ourselves growing closer. Our relationship deepened, and we began to make plans for the future. We discussed our hopes and dreams, and we made commitments to support each other through whatever challenges life would throw at us. We knew that life would not always be easy, but together we felt confident that we could face anything. Brad, on the other hand, was still struggling to find his footing. I could sense his pain and frustration, but I also knew that he needed to take responsibility for his actions. He couldn't continue blaming others for his problems. He had to learn to face his mistakes and take control of his life. Despite everything, I couldn't help but feel a sense of sadness for him. He was lost, and it seemed like no one could help him. But deep down, I knew that the only person who could help Brad was himself. He had to face the truth and take responsibility for the life he had created. Only then could he begin to rebuild and move forward.